Hi friend, I'm Randall Terry. George Washington said, "It is impossible to rightly govern a nation without God and the Bible." Thomas Jefferson said, "A wise and frugal government which shall leave men free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned, this is the sum of good government." Welcome back, friend. Let me read to you from the scriptures. "Now these be the last words of David. David the son of Jesse said, and the man who was raised up on high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel said, the Spirit of the Lord spake by me, and his word was on my tongue. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, he that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God." Now, think about this. David was a shepherd. David was the psalmist. He refers to himself here as the psalmist. Many of us embrace David in our worship, in our songs, in our prayers, because of the enormous impact that his psalms have had on the human race, right? Probably the most famous psalm ever written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," etc. That's one of the Psalms of David. We love singing his psalms, but we forget that he was a king. He was a monarch. He was the leader of the military, all right? He was the chief executive in the Israeli structure. And when God spoke to him, right, his last words, David said, God said to me, "He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God." Justice is defined by God, all right? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. We must have righteous men and women in office, and evidently it matters to God because that's what God said to David. He that rules over men must be just. He must follow my laws. Now, I want you to think with me for a minute. Think of the ills that are destroying this country from the inside out. Got child killing, homosexual marriage, pornography, socialism, godless education, birth control given to teenagers without parental knowledge or consent, the loss of property rights, the attempted theft of our right to keep and bear arms, the flood of garbage on TV. I mean, really and truly, the list, it's not quite endless, but it feels that way. America is dying on the installment plan. And how did every single one of those ills come to us? Every one of them came either through the courts or through our elected officials or through both. In other words, those ruling have not ruled justly. They have not ruled in the fear of God. That is why this country is dying. It's been a top-down corruption. When we come back from this break, I'm going to do an altar call. I think you're going to find it surprising.
But some things are beyond my control. For example, this whole controversy about Jay-Z going to Cuba. It's unbelievable. I've got 99 problems and now Jay-Z's one.